Okay, guys, just a reminder of normal housekeeping. Ian at the back will get us started with the broadcast questions. We'll move on to dailies afterwards, which is embargo till 10:30. No social media posting during the press conference. In terms of squad news, it's the same as it was previously. So that was Ben Davies, Hugo continuing rehab. Eric Lamella's now started integrating to first team training. Okay, thank you. We'll start with the first questions, Ian. Right at the back, thank you.
Aye.
Spurs are investigating an alleged racist incident in the match against Chelsea. I'm sure you're aware of that. You said after the match that you hate racism in society, racism in football. But what's the best way forward now, do you think? How do we tackle things?
I don't know. The only thing I can say is to repeat exactly that. I am totally against racism in society, and obviously against racism in my football world. I feel very sorry every time something happens, and I will always support any decision that the authorities can make in relation to that. And yesterday was just an example of that. I was not happy with so much time wasted during the game, with so much time the referee having conversations, explanations to players. In the moment he came to me and he explained me why in that specific occasion the game was stopped, I told, stop the time you want. 1 minute, 10 minutes, 1 hour. I totally support any decision, and I cannot say much more than that.
Does football need help? Does it need help from, I don't know, outside? Does it need help from government?
Society needs help. I think society needs help. And then football is a micro society, if you can call it. Do we need help? Yes, but society needs help. We need to eradicate, is the correct word?
Yeah.
We need to eradicate any form of discrimination, and in this case we are speaking about racism. And yes, football needs help, but society needs help.
With all the media attention that this is getting, is this an opportunity to make real progress?
What do you mean by that? You mean what happened yesterday, or allegedly happened yesterday?
And the subsequent coverage.
It's happening before. And what I fear is that it's going to happen again in the future. That's the problem. I don't see. What I see is an evolution in the protocol, and I think that's fine. I think in this moment, any person, including the players, they have, according to the protocol, the freedom to stop, the freedom to go to the referee, the freedom to go to their managers. I think this is one step, and any decision that can be made by superior authorities, I will support. Just that.
Do you think the protocol needs to be tougher?
I'm nobody to say that. I am somebody just to say I am anti-racist in all my areas of living, either in society or in my job. More than that, I cannot say.
There will be a lot of focus on Tottenham fans in the next match. You're at home to Brighton. What message would you like to send to them?
My message is that it's not fair to say Tottenham fans. One Tottenham fan is not Tottenham fans. Tottenham fans, at least since I'm here, before I didn't follow, of course, with the same intensity. Since I'm here, they were being phenomenal. home, away, phenomenal. Supporting the team, respecting opponents, incredible behavior. We went to Wolves. It looked like an invasion of Tottenham fans in the Molineux, and amazing. Outside, amazing. I leave matches, I go in my car when we play at home, down the street, busy street, no problems at all. Great discipline, great behavior. So for me, if I have to say something, is to ask my supporters, the Tottenham supporters, to keep doing exactly the same that they are doing with the team, which is supporting the team in a season that is not being easy at all. Since the beginning, the season has been difficult. To ask them to be exactly the same, and obviously to look to the guy on the left and to look to the guy on the right, and to listen to the guy behind me and to listen to the guy in front of me. And if anyone has any little manifestation, to try in there, in between them, to kill it immediately. That's the only thing that I can ask from them.
You're going to be missing Heung-min Son for a few matches
Why?
because of a red card.
Do you think fair?
That's not for me to say.
You should say, no problem. Do you think fair?
I think it was harsh. But I understand both sides.
I don't.
I understand why you think
I don't.
one thing, and I understand why Frank Lampard thinks another thing.
Yes, that's exactly the point about the VAR. The VAR is for me and Frank Lampard to say yes. So the penalty is for me and for Frank Lampard to say yes, a penalty. The son, Lampard says yes, I say no, you say you don't know, and even in this room some of our friends will say yes and some will say no, and Mr. Paul Tierney decide yes, and Mr. Anthony Taylor, that was in the game on real time, 5 meters from the situation, Mr. Taylor decided no. So who was refereeing the game was not Mr. Taylor, was Mr. Tierney. So I think not a red card. I think the VAR is to support football, to bring through to football, to bring through to the spectacle. And yesterday they did that with a penalty decision, and they killed the game with Son decision. So I hope that Son is not punished 5 times, because one time was the fall that Rudiger did on him. The second is to be sent off. The third would be not to play against Brighton. The fourth will be not play against Norwich, and the fifth will be not play against Southampton. So I hope to be punished twice, I think, is enough. Doesn't need the third, the fourth, and the fifth.
If he can't play though, how big a loss is that for you over this period?
It's a big loss. We don't have a big squad. We don't have lots of players. In this moment is a moment where it is normal to think about rotations, to think about very difficult situation for players to play every game. And we don't have Lamela, and is a big loss for us. But if that happens, we have just to try to cope with it and to fight against injustice. And the way to fight against injustice is to give our best, and the boys that are going to play to try to get results we need.
Tell me about the job that you think Graham Potter has done so far this season. In what ways are Brighton different from last season since he took charge?
I'm more in conditions to speak about the work Chris Hughton did there than Potter, because Potter is just a few months and Chris was a few years and did amazing in the championship, almost promoted, then in the Premier League, keeping the team in the division, giving stability to the team. So Chris, I can obviously say that he did a fantastic work there. And now, of course, with the way the team plays and the position they have on the table, it's also easy to say that Potter is doing a good work, and it looks like the team is going to be very, very stable again in the Premier League. So well done.
Okay, let's move to George.
Hello, Jose.
Hey.
Do you think Anthony Taylor should have looked at the VAR screen, judging by what you're saying about Son? And if he did, do you think he would have reached a different conclusion to Mr. Tierney?
I think it's enough. I just think, and it's not, I'm telling this because it's my game and because went against me in both occasions, even maybe a third with the second yellow card to Zuma, maybe a fourth on a possible penalty on, possible no, would be a penalty if the ball was in play, but the corner was not taken yet. But I think if Taylor, instead of talk with the players, if he just let the corner to be taken, they were doing that all the time. But independent of that, I accept the referee's mistakes better than ever. Totally relax about the referee's mistakes and totally in favor of the VAR when, and that was the beginning of the VAR and was the correct situation for me. And I was involved in that in the UEFA meetings, and when everything started with clear and obvious mistake. And yesterday we had a stadium with more than 60,000 Tottenham fans, right?
59,000 Spurs.
59 Tottenham fans. And when the VAR gave the penalty against us, I think not one of our supporters, looking at the screens, not one told it's not a penalty. And this is the VAR. The referee, the human, made a mistake, and the VAR brings the truth to the game, and everybody accepts it. The situation with Son, I think Mr. Tierney made it wrong. It's a wrong call. This is England. This is the Premier League. This is the best competition in the world, with characteristics that if we change them, we are killing the best league in the world. Taylor had the feeling. He was there. He had the feeling. He saw it clearly. So I think it's a wrong call. And then is with things like this that people doesn't like the VAR. Because with penalties like that, everybody likes the VAR, even Tottenham fans in that occasion. So when the situation is a clear and the obvious mistake, everybody says, welcome VAR. No need for the referee to go to the screen like in some countries. Don't need to lose 5 minutes looking at replays. It's clear. So for me, that's the VAR that I like. And yesterday, on the Son red card, is the VAR that I hate.
Can I just ask you one more about the incidents yesterday? When you moved to London in 2004, was football grounds happier environments? Is there a lot more vitriol in stadiums now? Has it changed a lot over the past 15 years?
What?
Talking about
Is there a
sort
lot
of,
more anger in football stadiums now than when you first come to London in 2004 when you joined Chelsea? The football stadiums feel a lot nastier?
has the mood changed in football stadiums?
I don't think so. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't remember a part of, obviously, these important situations like yesterday. I don't remember a match, Chelsea United, Tottenham. I don't remember a match. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't remember a match with violence and anger. I don't remember. I don't remember at all.
It seems to be a lot more current now that racism issues are happening across the country.
I don't know. Yesterday in the game, I was aware that for a few minutes was a night song for me. That I remember. It was a little bit far, but I remember some song with my name involved that nobody speaks about it. And I think it's not a nice song. And nobody speaks about it.
Okay, finish with Ali.
Jose, can I just ask you, on the penalty incident itself, what did you make of Paolo Gazzaniga's action at the moment? Were you surprised he didn't come out with his hand?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised. But that's football. I think it's an easy one. I think it's an easy one. I spoke with him to try to understand, and even himself, he was not in control of his action, and he made a mistake. But during matches, players make mistakes, and referees make mistakes, and coaches make mistakes. So no problem.
Okay, so I'm going to finish with Jonathan. I do have to finish after that, I'm sorry.
You've appealed Solomon red foul for the FA, you've appealed.
Yeah.
Has that appeal already gone in there?
Mhm.
So you should find out in the next World Cup.
Yeah.
Deadline's tomorrow to appeal, but we have appealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Okay, you have the cameras off now, please. Thank you.
Finish?
Newspapers.
Ah, sorry.